Traders, what's up? What's up? What's up? Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back to another live session. Hope you guys are feeling good. Hope you guys are doing well. We're back at it like a good habit. Another beautiful day. Why can't I get this thing to adjust properly? Oh, the green screen is out of frame. Okay, that's a little bit better. Yeah, I hope you guys are feeling well. Hope you guys are doing good. You know, the weather outside is nice, but it's always a good time to be inside and inside trading. All right. So looking forward to the opportunities for those of you tuning in on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. Remember to keep in mind that day trading is, of course, risky business. It takes time to learn. It takes time to become experienced and competent. So do not push too hard too soon. Take it slow. Slowest is the fastest way. Slowest is the fastest way. All right. Other than that, remember, copy trading does not work here. And lastly, I do not invest for my subscribers. So be careful of fake accounts. Relentless trader will never message you first randomly. All right. So let's get into the watch list. SGD. Looking good. BNZI. DBGI, and there's another cheaper stock in ZPTA that I'll keep an eye on, just in case some of the more expensive stocks sell off. We got a couple of backups that could potentially be decent and give a decent opportunity. So yes, man. After yesterday, after these last few weeks, you know, today I'm looking forward, man. I'm looking forward to trading with more, you know, assertiveness. The pastor coming forward early and feeling pretty good. When I start talking like this, people ask me if I'm high. Yes, the answer is yes. High on life, high on greatness, high on discipline. Feeling pretty good. So coming to SGD, this stock is currently up 56% with 3.5 million shares of volume. It did make a move recently in pre-market, going back to Friday, but it curled up and sold off. So not much there, and 690 looks like it'll definitely be a bit of a resistance. This is our second time coming up there. If I had to guess, there's definitely going to be people who are already short over these last, you know, 15 minutes towards these highs, would probably have, you know, and probably having stops up here at the pre-market high. So this one, unless it's just range bound and we're just, you know, trending sideways, for us to really look pretty good and be strong, I think we're going to have to take 690. We're going to have to pass and push through that level. Yeah, even on going back to September 30th, you know, 690 again at a level. Other than that, room potentially to, let's see, 884. I'm looking at my daily chart. So let's see, besides 884, if it really opens up, what other levels do we have? There's $11, high of July 22nd, $11. Other than that, you know, we'll see if it does get to 12, 13, if it's really, really strong, that is, right? So SGD looking pretty good. I think it really comes down to if we can hold up here and get a move over the highs at 690. It doesn't have to be in the first minute. I mean, if it happens in the opening surge, great. But, you know, it could be the first 20 minutes, the first hour, the first 2 hours. The stock could open up and consolidate for an hour and then make a move at the highs, you know. But if we can get the uptrend over that level, I think that's what's key. So I'm going to take a quick second to start up my screen recording, make sure that I'm good over here. Screen recording is essential. It's necessary for those who are looking to review their trades later in the day. So all those who are in MMU, there's quite a few of you guys tuning in, Ron, Lucas, and so forth. Guys, Bob, Steve, turn on your screen recordings. Zay, the list goes on. So let's see here. BNZI, moving on to BNZI here. Up 38%, 6.5 million shares of volume. I'm going to start by clearing my drawing set. So pre-market highs today, 660. Low of the pullback, we had 528, and then we broke down. We're now at 507. So can we get back above that 528 level? VWAP at 578. Might need a little bit of time before it pushes up there, but again, looking for the uptrend. Can we see that red to green over time? This one is not as high in terms of percentage gain as SGD, but you know, sometimes you just never know which stock is going to be the strong stock. Looking at the daily chart, we had two candlesticks that are worthy of mentioning, going back to September 24th and September 20th. Big volume on those days, and we had a high point of 750 and 1120. BNZI. There's even a recent candlestick that I'll take a look at too. What was that, 689? $689 is the high point of October 9th. So just a couple days ago, it pushed up a little bit. Primarily a pre-market move, yeah. So primarily a pre-market move here, and then pulled back. 689. All right, everything looks good. So we do have a little bit of overhead resistance on this one as well. Moving on to DBGI, cheaper stock, sub $1. And this one is actually, in terms of percentage gain, up 76%. And that's with it selling off a little bit here in pre-market. So you're probably up there around like 120% or even more. We had pre-market highs all the way at 44 cents. Yeah, this one really sold off here. Low is at 26.16. Honestly, if this can get back to just the pre-market highs, that'll be pretty good. It's not going to be my first choice to watch SGD. SGD will be my first stock, my main stock, and then I'll rotate to the rest of them. But you know, maybe this one happens to be strong, right? We've been seeing a penny stock, you know, be strong very consistently over the last few weeks, so it's not a bad thing to keep it on watch if you can. As the 2-minute warning is hitting. I'm gonna grab a cold water here. Give me 1 sec. Did I ever tell y'all the story of when I used to sell water on the highway in New York City? Crazy stuff. Pastor was in the slums, brother. But let's not get sidetracked. There's a minute and 23 seconds to the open. SGD. All right, I want to watch it here. Just make sure there's nothing obvious that I'm missing. You know, again, the 9-10 candle does look a little bit of like a rejection candle, but in all, the stock is still pretty bullish. We look decent. You know, we'll see how the price action is. For me, early, small size, not looking to be a hero, you know, and, you know, take one big trade that could make or break the day. But I'll be patient, and I'll look forward to the opportunities. You know, the biggest thing that I'm working on here is executing. And for me, what it really means is to be aggressive towards every single opportunity that I see without hesitation, right? Just like the resumptions. No fear, no hesitation for the entire duration of the day. For the entire duration of the day, start to end. So looking forward to the opportunities today. Looking forward to being more assertive. SGD, it is time to take us to the moon. So we got about 10 seconds. Let's trade to the best of our abilities. Let's be disciplined. Volume a little lighter to start. The halt up is at 80. We're on a bit of a miniature flag here, so we'll see if it's able to push up a little bit. The volume is still fairly light. It's been interesting how when the bell rings, the volume doesn't really like spike up as like how it used to. Must be placed for the limit order. Is that what that said? Uh, what a broker. Oh my gosh. What's going on? Let me just check this out on E-Trade quickly. SGD. They're probably going to fix that at some point. Order entry. SGD. Let's just do 5 shares or 1 share market. SGD. Yep. Thinkorswim is just on some BS. So I can trade it perfectly in E-Trade. And maybe I will here. I'd rather not trade through this platform, but if I need to, I can. The lows. And getting blazed at the trade of the lows. New low below 6. The highs of the candlestick is 38. The bounce will be decent, but you know, breaking below the VWAP there. It's about $100 loss. The halt down is at 72. It's kind of tanking. How's the cheaper stock doing? DBGI, and then the other one, ZPTA. Well, ZPTA seems to be moving up. It's really cheap. This one we should be able to trade through Thinkorswim. It's quite the move here. The expensive stocks, man, are having trouble here into the open. I mean, maybe we see a red to green on SGD. It's early, right? So I'll try to keep it in the side of my eyes. ZPTA continues to be strong here. Does feel like I kind of missed a little bit of that opening surge, still over 16, 16 to 20, pretty impressive. If E-Trade is allowing you to trade these stocks, it's interesting that Thinkorswim and okay, it seems like it's working now. Although the orders are lagging like crazy. Jeez. Well, that might just be too dangerous. All right, you know what, ZPTA, it's moving well. It's giving a good move. I'm just gonna focus up here. That stock is insane with that lag. Is that how it used to be back in the day? Well, I guess day trading wasn't a thing back in the days. For all of those veteran traders out there. It's having trouble. I tried to sell the ask, didn't quite get the fill. That first position. Gotta be careful with SGD on Thinkorswim. The fills are pretty slow. I'm not sure if it's better now, but took a good 5, 6, 7 seconds to fill. Just a heads up. I need more of a more screen real estate here. It'll be great. Oh, the hot level extended. It's gonna be great if this thing can get locked in, this SGD. Maybe that can provide some more volatility. $19. Well, it's the third time, which is a little risky, but based off the pullback and the new high, not too bad. The 5-minute candle has a minute and 13 seconds. ZPTA. $21.35 for highs. Oh, SGD, man. What's going on with that one? from highs to then halting down. I'm a little late to that entry, but that's all right. I was looking for the breakdown and reclaim, but it's holding up. Tight stop here. It's not the immediate bounce. I'm gonna give it a quick sec. That bid did not hold up well. Alright, a couple of scratch trades waiting. Drug. Uh, 85. Alright, this is my stop. Alright, let me check out this drug quickly. Is it looking good? My stop pretty tight. The 5-minute candle's a little young drug. The RUG. Oh, nice. The last time this stock came, it was funny how people had their titles on the recaps. Triad had a pretty good one. But yeah, the pre-market high is coming down. Low 1806. I think the curl up here should be good. What's the resumption time? 46. I might take one more position here. And let's see. But this, I'll be trying to hold it. I'll be treating this as the 5-minute setup, so I'm not going to look to sell anytime soon. Unless it stops me out, but I do have a wider stop in this particular trade. Now, the only bad thing is that I don't have the size I would want. If we can get to 45,000 shares, that'll be good. If it comes all the way down, then it's just failing. So giving it a chance. We'll see if it curls. If not, it's the depths. We'll take the loss. Time 44. So there's 2 minutes to that resumption. SGD resumption lower. DRUG time 46.24. My stop here is a full cent. So I'll lose like 340. I'm risking like 340 if it comes all the way down. 46.24. What I don't want is to look away at the resumption and it flushes down, then I'll take like a bigger loss. And there's like no buying. 45.24. 46.24. Alright, it looks like this is coming down. Realizing the loss, moving on to DRUG. There's a couple seconds. We're at 387. Here we go. I don't know what I caught out of that. There's a hidden seller at 4. We got a hidden seller up at 4. Can we break the level? Come on, KB. KB, where are those bulls up at $4? Okay, okay. Oh, to the depths. How's my fill, brother? It's holding for now. I like that we recovered. I like that it recovered over 4. The dip didn't go all the way down to like 670 or 60, but high 70s we held up. The candle's about to close here. We do have a little bit of sellers at 410. Phil. Oh my God, Phil. Bro, what was that? So you got to be careful with lag. Bro, I bought at 410. I'm in at 24 after a 7 seconds delay. Come on. Nice 15-cent winner. Did it that. So 29 for high of day. Let's not get distracted. That dip did work. Aw, that should have worked. There's a bid that came right there. 25K, 20. People are being aggressive. What? My level. What? Bro, what? My bro, you can't make this up. Hold on. My entire level 2 and everything just shut out. Bro, they gotta stop playing with me. So we got a high of 49. Man, 475. 490. I've never experienced that before. My entire DAS trading platform just. I'm gonna check the chat in a sec to see maybe it happened to others, but. Seeing resistance early. Might have took off a little too much of that. I should have took that. Just a little too much indecision there. Are we going to try for the highs, or do we need to come down again? Should have sold for gains. Is looking for over 5. Probably got a high fill too. So it tried for the new high, but double topped. It looks like I stopped. Wow, it looks like I stopped out too soon on that ZPTA. I mean, it's all good. The resumption was coming up. It didn't quite trigger my stop, but I didn't want to be in 2 trades at once. But the 5-minute setup actually worked out to 20. It was at 19 something. It's not springing back up. Maybe a new low is coming here. The platform going out is crazy work, man. I could have done better into that big green candle there at 52. Still seeing new lows. Bit of a higher fill here. I'll re-average. Keeping the share size small here. It's lingering here, which is interesting. Through 50 having trouble. Maybe needs more time. Come on. KB. It's having a hard time. It's really struggling to get to 60. Stock is a little difficult to scalp. There's a small spread. This, oh, I got filled. Oh, damn. Oh, that's brutal. And what's it gonna be? I got filled 40, man. Did we really go up that fast? It looks like we're gonna come down a bit. What's it gonna be? We had 20, try to buy a 27 by 33. Spreads opened up. Stock teleporting up, getting filled a little higher. It needs to, if it's gonna go this time, we gotta crack over 58. Is gonna be the key. Come on, KB. And back down to flat. Maybe should have sold all. It's going to top 55 and back down. Resistance there is strong, man. Some buyers are coming in down here. Oh, man. Technical difficulties. So far, so good. I'm asking myself if we can see more front side. I think it's possible, but I'm going to be waiting for exaggerated moves. This level is kind of overdone. $19.34, not bad. ZPTA, I tell you. You look away, and you're in a trade. Unless I put like a stop through the broker. Kind of hard to do, especially if the stock does end up failing. I could be carried away for a few minutes and then look back, it's down at 15. If the stock curls back up, the 5-minute setup could be good. Okay. This could be risky, but I want to attempt it. The fills need to not do that. Can we just get normal fills here? I feel like it's going to either teleport up or down. So it's going to be a little risky. But we got to do that matrix and dodge the drop if it comes. Come on. If I can keep having tight trades like this, I can keep trying. This is one of the benefits of being in, though, and just holding, is that, you can just give it time. Buying this high, I can't hold it long. It needs to go once I'm in, it needs to keep going. Once it gets through the resistance, if we can hold, that's where I'll look to make my money. Not Titanic. This is it. And fucking Titanic. Great. See that trade right there is the trade that's supposed to keep going. Well, I assumed I lost. Thankfully, I kind of got flat because I was in 6K size on the dip. Freaking heck. No, that was kind of close. That would have been a 2K loss. Well, that's all it wrote. Backside. Caught the trade going up. And then depths on the way down. In at 54, out at 69, in at 66. And what was the high? 80. This is kind of high. This entry is kind of high. I saw 63 on the bids. I'm going to mark it in here, mid 60s. But this trade here is supposed to go back to the highs. Like over 80. I should be selling over 80 if this is going to work. Grateful to be out 64 flat. Well, that was all it wrote. And we missed out on a trade on ZPTA as mentioned right here. My stop was 17. I sold at 17.20, which wasn't quite my stop. And, of course, looking away, opportunity is going to cost. Did not want to be in two stocks at once, but it did curl up here. It's good to see that the trade idea would have worked out. I think I had 34,000 shares. Every penny would have been 340. If we could have scaled out throughout this move here to 19, I mean, it's only 3 cents. If we did sell some early, we wouldn't have seen a full unrealized of 900, but we would have probably seen at least like 600. So we maybe could have came out of this trade flat, especially if we could have added back on the pullback and then scale out again here. Could have been good, but would have had to execute and unwind throughout the move. But it was a low pullback though, and even here it didn't, what I would love to see is if we can like flag here and then go higher and retest high of day. But it pulled back again. I mean, maybe it happens over, in fact, there might be a setup coming. It is kind of high already, but there might be an entry. Gotta stop cussing. I'm not supposed to be using profanity here. This is supposed to be a professional show, right? Professional and PG, just in case people might have kids in the background. Gotta control myself in those close situations. That trade, I mean, that trade has been working as of like the last 3 days. I'm surprised it just didn't go. I mean, we held up the lows very well. It's possible it tries again. It's at 430. ZPTA doesn't look bad. But I think I might bring my attention back. ZPTA is holding 18 area. 1880. The RUG back at 440. Oh, I didn't dip this time. There's 90. There's a seller at 90. Seller is 83 fill. Seller is holding strong. Oh wow. Oh, I should have tried it. I guess most of it did get bought up. Damn. Nice. That's a big trade to miss, man. 90 to 44, 55 cents. What happened? The seller was gone that second time. Green was printing and it didn't go. So I'm thinking there's a hidden seller now. Maybe so, but there might have been, but the order might have been small because once it got back there again, it just went. Hanging no chance to buy like 95, 97, break of five, none of that. See, this is the thing with these stocks too. On a better day, when it does go right here, or even on this move up, it didn't give that proper dip. It held high from a high of 90, we had a low of 74. The first time it got to 80 and it dipped to 63. How many cents, right, was that versus this dip? So I guess it's kind of similar in sense, but didn't feel super confident to take massive size right here like I did last time. So it's the baby pullback right in here that I'm looking at to take massive size, but didn't jump in there. Low of 74 to 90, then 90 to 80. I'm in at 83, selling at 89, right below the resistance. ZPTA is working out after that bigger pullback. This stock is definitely giving opportunities for sure. But you got to really be watching at just this stock to capture these dips. So close. It's so close. So close. Anybody that took 90 right there for the breakout, they're just being aggressive. That's the only thing. But for me, I think it's pretty fair that I missed that trade based off of what I saw in circumstance. But anybody else that just jumped in, that's all that trade there really was. It's just ultra aggression for the move to potentially keep going. And sometimes that's what the sacrifice is. Like, you know what? Hey, I'll jump in right here and then give it like a 10-cent stop or whatever. But for me personally, right there, I need to see something over 90 to know that the seller is cleared for me to like jump back in. So if I'm seeing 92, 93, 94, and I can jump in there with a tight backstop knowing break of five could happen. But if it doesn't, I could be taking a loss back down at 85, maybe even 80 if there's slippage. If not, I can get out maybe 90, 89, 4 to 5 cents risk. Can we get over 5? And if so, maybe 510, 515. And 5 cents risk to potentially make 10 cents, maybe 15 cents. in a situation like this where it teleports up, then it's like a really good payoff because that's not even the expectation. Expectation is maybe 15 cents over the level. Resumption time 23.42. Daily resistance. I'm just gonna put a couple levels up here. 640. I think 640 the next level. 23.42. At this point, I don't know if taking 6K shares is gonna make sense. So I'm gonna size that down to like 4K. But it really depends. I might not even get that aggressive. $5.44. 23.42. So we got about 40 seconds. No fear, no hesitation. I'm not going to be as aggressive as I was yesterday if it opens lower. But I'm going to try to wait, give it that chance to give the proper setup. Yesterday I was just like, oh, we opened up lower, I'm going to jump in, insta-buy, and then try to ride the wave up. I insta-buy, I get filled basically at highs despite the lower resumption, and then it goes lower. So yesterday was like a disaster. Cutting the chatter a couple seconds. Here we go. Not bad. Can we get a pullback? Ah, you son of a gun. Oh, I'm going to take a loss there. 23 is the highs. Why so choppy though? I'm just not going. I'm going to size down. Oh, alright. Come on. I'm a little slow to buy because there's a bid there, and like, alright, I'll give it a shot, but should have just waited for what I thought should have happened, which just did. And I'm not in. Pastor. You have to be more patient. There's a seller taking losses here, taking losses. Seller popped up. Okay, it's gonna go. $18 is fighting, but it's coming down. All right, sizing down some more. The break of 6 was a good entry there. That dip, I should not have missed the dip. I already expected that type of level, but bought high because I saw a bid, and that did not work. Seven losses in a row. And we're at the resistance here too, so maybe short sellers start to get involved. The entry that I needed to be in was 67 and $6. Buying getting in at 87 for entry that should be between 50 and like 69. Buying 87 is just quite silly. That's where I got filled at least. Time 27:30. I'm gonna give it a shot. It's churning, it's trying again, it's churning. There's sellers. Bit of a battle here. Bro, these fills are just murdering me, man. I am using market order, so I can't complain, but it's doing very well considering we pulled back from a place that could be resistance. Like, it's holding up fairly well. Was that the third time here? Maybe second. Probably could have been a little bit more aggressive then. How high will we go? Maybe 35 again? This trade has to be an instant trade, as it's not quite where the bottom is. It's slow to curl, volume slow to get in. I could try again here. But we need to see some more buying. There's a seller. And it looks like it's having some trouble. I can try again, higher, if I need to. But I wouldn't be surprised if we do see pullback. Okay. Can we get 25? Scratch trade. No buying coming in at 20 area. At least not yet. 20 again. A little bit of green on the tape. Can we see something more? And it goes in such a weird way, man. Like, come on. That's disappointing. That's disappointing right there. It's just, there's no way I could have gotten in with that type of buying. It drops down to 12 and then teleports to 25. Ah, brother. You're killing me here. And I'm in. Well, this is fair. Tight stop. My broker need to not cut off this time. Damn. Why is the stock so strong? I have no idea, but it's going. Halt up. 59. Again, I think being ultra aggressive is working. For anybody who's just buying that high of day, we go from 620 to 690. It gives a pullback to 46. From 46, I mean, it just goes. You would have thought maybe, okay, a little bit of consolidation right here for maybe about a minute or two. It just goes. I didn't buy back at 7 because I'm thinking, we just came from 40. It might not be ready to go yet. It's just going to teleport. And at least this dip is working. At least the dip worked right there at 7, buying the whole dollar dip. At least that held up, so we got something. But the breakout from 25, such a lame way for the stock to go, man. I'm there saying we're not seeing any buying at 20. Like the buying is soft. It goes from 20, it drops down to like 14, and then teleports to 25 and then 38. Maybe I needed to just buy 25, There wasn't a ton of green per se, it just kind of just teleported up. Maybe I should have just bought 25, but so we missed like 3 of the biggest areas, but so far so good. We're capitalizing on at least half of it, which is better than nothing. And we got ourselves up a decent amount here. Just a little bit. Okay, let's check the daily chart. How far can we keep going? The next level that I see, 37 resumption. The next level that I see is, well, we got over 740. There's 875. 875. And then 1065. And then $12. Time 37:30 for resumption. I think we could see another good dip and rip, and then maybe another nice move. So let's see how it goes. But if I take losses, I'm gonna ease off. We started the day down like 750, so we kind of had a lot of losses to engulf. Yeah, 21, and we lost $100 in each trade. About a minute and a half to resumption. The RUG, minute and a half to resumption. The title that Triad and Marcelo and some of the guys had. We had Nerve. I forgot the ticker. It's like NERV or something like that. And then DRUG was moving at the same time last year at some point, maybe in the summer months. Nerve was a good stock. 7:59, 37:30. We got a little over 30 seconds. $7.59. Three, two, here we go. It looks like it's 10 minutes. It looks like it's 10 minutes. It's showing 8:50 resumption. Yeah, it's showing 8:50 resumption, 8:40, 8:50. That's a pretty big resumption. Was that like 70 cents? So if anybody's holding shares, it might pay off here out of the resumption. So resumption is going to be at 42.30. 42.30. Looks like the chat room is raving. Guys, be sure to hit the thumbs up as we're waiting for resumption. By the way, DJT, man, Marcelo in that swing, going to the moon. DJT now at DJT. DJT at 31. An absolutely insane run from 12 bucks to 31 bucks. The mighty killing it with the swing trade there. I don't know if Marcelo spoke with Tim, but the two of us, we spoke like on a call about that. The pastor had paper hands, was thinking too much of the risk. You know, what really helps you with risk is just remembering that always you have a stop in place, you know? Even if you take slippage, you have a stop in place. It's not like you're risking your whole account and net worth and equity that you have in your account. Yeah, it's still showing like 850. 42.30. We got about a minute and some change, minute and a half. We got less than 30 seconds. DRUG. 15 seconds on my side. 5, 4, here we go. Wow, can we get a dip? Oh, oh, you son of a gun. Damn it, man. Why no dip? There's like a hidden buyer at 80, but it's just too risky to take. Oh my gosh, man. That's just so much gains just missed out on there. But again, anybody who's ultra aggressive, but I mean that's such a risky trade. It opened up around what, 50 or higher? What was the resumption? 50? Yeah, it opened up at 50, got to $9 pretty quickly. There's a 20-cent drop if you want to say, or maybe it's not even really a drop, like it got up to 80, 85. There's some selling, but it's not dipping below 80. To buy that entry is you gotta you gotta be having some nerves. Steel, you gotta be titanium to take that trade. But it worked out here from a maybe if you got the high fill at 95, you could have been selling up at 10, 10, 15, a dollar, 15 cents, 20 cents. But the risk would have been equal if it had to drop, because if that pullback comes right there, you literally bought high of day and then you're selling, at the lows of the candlestick. But because of that move being so big, at this point, it's like I have no choice but to ease off and size down. Max size of just like 600 at this point. Honestly, uh, too much distance in between, what should have been happening in terms of gains. Now it's a $10 stock. It'll be a little bit more risky. Not to say that it can't keep going, because we know, it could be irrationally or continue to be irrationally strong. So, but the risk is going to be that much more. For me to take 3K shares, 2,500 shares up here, it's like one wrong trade and it's back to flat, which is just too much risk at this point. If we could have captured trades in there and double or triple today, then I could have maybe risked 2K at potentially going up to 10K on the day, right? But no, we're not going to give ourselves a chance to go back flat. It's not happening. Being up 5 or 6K could have been nice, but it will not feel as good if you're to go back to zero or red. That's just how the emotions work in this field, unfortunately. Losing 2,800 versus like making another 4K. If I make another 4K, I feel nothing. And then if I lose 2,800 and go back to flat, I'll be going insane mentally for at least a couple of minutes, which is not worth it. PHUN moving up. This is also a famous stock from back in the days. Bro, that dip only comes, man. We're in there. We're in there. We're in like seasoning. We're just, you know, we're capturing that whole move. Let me check the chat. I wonder if anybody caught anything. Bro, what the heck? I mean, what a strong day out of nowhere. PHUN. PHUN. I've definitely seen more aggressive versions of myself though. But I think the level of aggression, that type of aggression that it would take to really do well on this type of stock, is if this type of stock is coming very often. You know, like a February kind of a month where like you just know like you gotta buy or there is no entry. But off of these type of markets, and there's some people who naturally, you know, their personalities might might be that way, but it could result into a lot of losses. So 52, 58, 50, no, 50, yeah, 52, 58 for resumption. PHUN 680. Yeah, the resumption is showing 14. I mean, there's no way that it resumes at 14. It's showing me 14, 15, maybe 1288. There's different numbers flashing around. But 1490 on the bids is what I'm seeing. It might resume at 1490. Bro, wow. What? No, no. That would be crazy. That would be one of the. I mean, we've seen crazier things, but that would be up there, top five for sure. Top three, maybe. Nah, top five, top five, top 10. There's been some insane stuff over the years. Top 10, we'll say top 10. If it resumes at 15, this one has to go in the top 10 of craziest stocks. At least resumption wise. We honestly, the only, I mean, short sellers could have been in between 950 and 1017, like right here. Short sellers for sure are in the stock if they're not already in. And then again in this consolidation, short sellers are in. The way how these guys post on Twitter, they're in these areas like this, looking for the move down. So if they added up in this consolidation and didn't cover, then it's trouble. And I'm missing out on PHUN here, but 55 by 80. Yeah, PHUN has been good. Not bad. We got a minute and some change to the resumption. Bro, $14 resumption. What? We got a minute and a half or so. Is the dip gonna even be safe? You know, like it's so extended that the dip might just be a halt down, right? We gotta be careful. I only got 500 shares. Less than a minute. PHUN gave some nice dips here around 50. Anyhow, it's focusing up on the resumption. Over 80 PHUN. Oh, it's going to be a nice move. Opportunity costing here. We got about 10 seconds. We're at 10:20. It's showing $12 now. Here we go. Dip, dip like a madman. Dip, dip, dip. Oh my god, it's just going. Bro. Ay, ay, ay. Yeah, the resumption level dropped to about like 11.50. So yeah, because $15 would have been insane. I don't have entry. I haven't had an entry since, 25 minutes ago. At this point, the train has left the station. Despite being on it early, there's nothing that I don't have any entries at this point, so. PHUN seems like it's sympathy. PHUN sympathy. It might get halted up, honestly. 48. PHUN for the halt up. And not quite. Almost got halted up just now. There it is. Can we get locked in? It's been a long time since we saw sympathy momentum, like months. PHUN is going to get locked in. This is going to give us opportunities here. And it moved nicely between 650 and 650, 670, 650, 680. Dynamo. Bro, you guys have some, steel. Dynamo in at 12.12, out at 13.44, 1,500 shares. I don't know, man. I can't bring myself to buy, which is all right. Has to make sense for the setup, has to make sense for risk. But everyone has a different risk tolerance. And he said Matas is down 300 grand on this stock. Oh, man. Jeez. Crispy saying Black Swan Day. The last time I saw this was I mean, it's kind of hard to say. I mean, we see stuff like this regularly, but in terms of this level of strength, right? We had a couple of stocks that went from like 10 to 23 a few weeks ago, right? GLMD and P something. But this one does seem a little stronger for some reason. 59.48 for PHUN. But blood is in the water. Stocks are strong. I think for sure on PHUN I go for it here. Nothing super crazy, but Crispy says his last trade was 12K shares at $6, but sold just for a small gain. 12K shares, man. Big boy size. These guys are definitely some aggressive traders for sure. 59.48 PHUN. 58.20 if the RUG is 5 minutes, but we've been seeing 10-minute halts, so it might be after the hour, 03 and 20 seconds. But keep in mind, it could be a 5-minute halt if you're holding shares. It could be a 5-minute halt. Sometimes they go back to 5-minute intervals. PHUN. This is the one I'm more interested in now. 59.48. But I think for PHUN to be strong, and it's at the 200 EMA, which is at 759. For this to be strong, DRUG probably has to continue to be strong. If not, it probably starts to sell off. So honestly, it'll be best if the RUG is a 10-minute halt. This could get halted up again, and then the RUG does what it wants to do. So 58.20, yeah, it looks like it's 10 minutes. All right, that's good news. So right now, everybody's still looking at it as it's super strong. It's not pulling back. So PHUN, I'm expecting something good here. $59.48. We got less than a minute. We need these stocks to give entries though on the resumptions. We can't, you know, when the resumptions just open up higher and just go up, it's so difficult to capture. If we get that entry, then we're talking business. $7.48, and there's a couple seconds. 5, 4, here we go. Dip, 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 dip. Dip. I should have just bought it. It's kind of still here though, 89. What was that? Alright, easing off. 34, 10. Risky trade here. Is it going to pay off? Holding for 50? Holding for 50? Can we get that miraculous bounce? Nope. Maybe net scratch. Yeah, this, I mean, I don't know. This one a little choppy there. What's the low? 04. We came close to the halt down, but the halt down moved away a little bit, which is why I jumped in. But was still pretty risky. Alright. Okay. I'm surprised it didn't continue, being that the other one is still halted up. High to current candles 32, low was 91. So maybe not really full sympathy, right? We resume. Where did we resume? Anyhow, let's watch the other one. We'll investigate later. The RUG. Oh, 3, 20 seconds. I got 300 shares if something really good happens. The halt down should be pretty wide and far away. Halt band seems to be extended. Keep that in mind. 13.44. 1344. How's that? We have a student in here who usually holds for long. I wonder how she's doing today. 53:20. We got 30 seconds. Ten seconds. Here we go. 1344. Okay. I'm gonna check the halt code here in a sec. It better not be T1. That's past 10 minutes. Keep an eye on it. Let me check. Nope, it's showing regular volatility, so maybe it's 20 minutes. Was my math wrong? 53:20. Why is my level 2 and this thing showing two different times? 54. Let me refresh the stock. Hold up. The website is showing me that it got halted at a different time. Actually, never mind. I'm going crazy. I'm looking at the wrong stock. Okay. Yeah, it looks like it might be like a 15-minute halt or something. Okay, PHUN, red to green here. Small red to green so far. 732. Taking that little dip. And scratch trade. Well, it would seem I needed to hold that dip. That's okay. I think that's okay. I'm kind of fresh to the stock again. Not sure how it's moving. Got to give myself a chance to catch a good bearings here. Damn. So it's gonna need a break below the whole dollar. Double bottom. I'm gonna choose to watch above the whole dollar there. Below the whole dollar seems to be working out for now. Oh, I got chopped out of that. Come on. Oh, that would have been a nice trade there. I would have sold half right up at 7 and then just hold the other half. It stalled out pretty tight below the level of 90. I'm in, but then flushes down to 82. and then rips up to 7. There's the resumption. The RUG. It looks like it's just gonna keep going, man. Oh my gosh. Bro. This is madness. High was 17 right there. There's a lot of people who probably didn't cover. So it's possible that this thing could keep going. But we might need a big pullback. Man, this is insane. Okay, there's the big pullback. It looks like it will get locked in here. From 17 to 12 with the big pullback. All right. Now on this resumption, if this could resume a little lower, I think we can see a nice $1 or $2 share bounce. Well, the fun started to come to an end. The worst thing is to have FOMO and then to buy it like 14 right there, man, and just get caught. If this if this if this stock gave the entries on the way up, we probably could have did close to like maybe like 10K because the moves were pretty big. NIVF. NIVF moving up. Oh my gosh. It's halting up at 33. Yeah, I was hitting the scan. Should have been a little quicker to pull it up. Oh no. Mighty saying he might have gotten caught in the halt there. Hopefully with smaller size. NIVF, we'll see how this one does. I'm gonna grab my chair because standing here for this long is taking its toll. I'm gonna stop the recording and start a new one. If not, I'll have to compress it, and that takes an eternity. $14.49 for resumption. Potential room the 157 on NIVF, and then perhaps 167 if it gets through that. We got a lot of topping wicks coming up. The share size there for Marcelo isn't too bad. That's gonna be a scratch trade for him. And bouncing a little bit too. Maybe even break even. Was it 14 and 49 seconds? Got about 30 seconds to resumption. Oh, nice bounce from the RUG. Yeah, 64 off that 20k bid wasn't bad. Okay, here's the resumption. NIVF. Oh, this is choppy. I can try one more time at this bid. Couple cents there. Okay, maybe I could have held that. Nice. That was good. That was better. One more attempt. Uh, it looks like it might come down. I can watch for the new low. Oh, that's a tries again. 48. Oh, wow. Okay. Get me on the ass. Come on. Oh, wow. This thing's actually strong. NIVF. 71 to halt up. Early. Damn it. And there's a spread. A little choppy there on my side. We could have done so much better with that dip. Gotta lock in here. And it's a full flush out. Oh, we're gonna give back. We're gonna give back. Alright, I could have done better there. But this dip is like way too big. The last buy at 44 was a good attempt, but this is too much of a pullback. Can this 5-minute candle recover? I mean, I don't know. The topping wick is really wicking. But below 50, above 50, just not 30. Switching back to the RUG. Bro, the RUG is where it's at, man. This thing is still giving good moves. I'm gonna start off at small size and then go from there. Of course, the other one curled back up, but that's fine. That's a pretty big drop in pop, though. It's interesting. That's it. That's better. Big level right here. 19. Waiting. Hold on. Waiting. We shouldn't have dropped if we were going to go right over 1340, dear. It's giving those bigger pops, but you gotta watch out for the bigger drops too. Oh my goodness. Wow. 1230 right there. Give me the ask. Give me the ask. Alright, I'll take market. Oh, these are some nice dips. NIVF seems decent. Hmm. That was a better trade. Sub 40, sub 50. I honestly could have been quicker to cut that too. NIVF seems to have a lot of range for a cheap stock. 73, 74. 78. It might just keep going. I'll split up. The RUG is still giving opportunities though. I gotta nail this dip if it comes. How did that 5 minute candle close? It looks like it closed pretty good when I left it the first time. There's no dip there, sadly. No dip. Oh, come on. What's that? Yeah, and I was waiting for that dip down to 70. That's not nice. Was it low? 53? Come on. We should have lost more, to be honest. Maybe we got a decent fill coming out. Well, green to red twice. And if you're not getting caught in that loss and you're buying that bottom, I mean, look at the beautiful bounce. Maybe that's the day. I don't know. Maybe that's the day. I'm red every other stock. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's not good. PHUN and this other one here are decent. DRUG seems like it's still, fighting, still giving opportunities. I don't think we'll see a new high of day, but it's giving at least dip trades. All right, maybe that's time. Maybe it's time. I think maybe it's time. Yeah, I got filled 60, which compared to the low of the move, I didn't lose anything. I should have lost more here if I had to fill. Not that I'm complaining about not losing more, don't get me wrong, but I thought I lost more. So this is good news. I'm for the sidelines. And Tim and Marcelo might have killed this DRUG if they were buying aggressively on that way up. But even though the consolidation here had some good opportunities. But this is where the pastor is gonna shut it down. This is where the pastor is gonna shut it down. The next 5 minute candle is coming soon. It's a good recovery. On this new 5 minute candle could be the candle that makes the new high. It's watching and waiting. I think there's a chance it can go over 1350. Now, what it does from there, I'm not sure. Maybe it rejects, halt up, a slow grind up. It's hard to say. But we're in the context of backside, so I'd be surprised if it gets halted up. Wow. Can we knife all the way up? Double bottom at 12.20. I don't like this churn here. If we can start to hold above 13, then 1350 becomes much more possible. The seller at 80 is gone. Uh-oh. There's a spread. I'll cut that scratch. Can we get back in? Oh, it's opening. It might flush down here. It's a little choppy, especially being that it's getting over 13. We're seeing 13.20 then 12.70 on the bids. It's a little rough in the spreads there. Because if we're not getting over that level, it's going to flush down. Is this early? Is not getting over 12. 74 to 97, not bad. Well, we could have seen something more. Okay, there's 1210. Better. That's a little bit better. Honestly, this backside probably had more opportunities than the move going up. If I'm to just watch this from this resumption and not look away at the other stocks, there might have been more money to be made here in terms of entries. Because going up, you know, those resumptions just couldn't really get in. If those resumptions gave the dip and rip, there's no comparison. But watching NIVF and the others, PHUN, opportunity can cost. I do like that it's back at 1250. If it gets all the way up to 13 again, then it could try again for 1340 breakout. If there's gonna be some sort of like halt up or move to 14, you know, this is the key level here. 13 and 1340, 1350 area. $26. Get me out on the ask. Alright, I'll take a couple cents. I would have gotten filled too. That's a false breakout there. Break of 13. It got right to 50 almost instantly, but then back down to 12. But does it have what it takes to try again? Probably not. I don't know. Maybe. This candle does have time to recover, so it could try. There's like 50 seconds. It might try again. It's back at 75. So it might try again here. Maybe too soon. Oh, shoot, some late. Oh, crap. Damn it. Kind of botched that a little bit. Can we try again? See, that's bad execution because I knew it was coming. And it is... Are we failing? It's all over the place here. It's hard to say. Damn, son. That could have gave me a better fill than that. They not playing. They not playing at all. You see, execution, I gotta just execute better, man. Sometimes I'm a little slow to buy, getting higher fills. It seems like it's struggling. It's hard to hold long here at the highs. But trying to, just in case it does take off. '93. Bro, the spreads are trash right there, man. Hmm. Can we get to 70? Actually, hold up, hold up. We got to 14.15. It's at 13.15. The 5-minute candle. Tight stop here. 20-cent stop. There's a bid. 16,000. We need to see over 50. Struggling. Time, 2 minutes. I probably should have held that trade. Break down and reclaim. And nothing. 99. It might sell off. Well, there's 2 minutes and 5-minute candle, but it's kind of having trouble. Unless we hold up right here. It's like the last place for it to hold. Do I want to give it a shot here? It's coming down. 50. Well, we're going to reject a second time here. And NIVF back up again. And that was a nice breakout over 53. And I try to get back to flat on it. That dip is going to turn out to be pretty good. I only sold for 3 cents of gains. Not good. Gotta lock in on, like, I gotta lock in on one stock and just do less stocking. And maybe the pastor can get it done, brother. Low 59, high 73. Okay. Does it want to go just all the way? Maybe it goes all the way. Or maybe not. 376. This is where I got burned last time, so it better not flush out again. $69. Taking losses. Gotta be careful. I wonder if I should sometimes chase these entries because it's a little risky. Like there's a bit I know I needed to be in again there, but it's like it didn't come back down below 79 or 60. What was that? 70. 76. This bid is where? 73? How am I in so high? And the bid disappears. Whatever the hell, man. That's nonsense. The bid must have went lower because unless I got a really high fill. New low on the dip. The 5-minute candle still is strong. My analysis pretty low, pretty late. Even that trade right there, I should have sold it at 80 for like 4 cents. It stalled out. There's no need to still be in. I can get back in again if I need to. And this does still look pretty bullish, but I'm not in where I should have been in. Mm. Mm-mm-mm. There's 1 minute left in a 5-minute candle. It doesn't look great. Being red on this stock is crazy, man. Because I saw all the entries just didn't. I made a mess of it, especially when we gave back on that move down. $1,000 turnaround. Candle's gonna close pretty weak. The RUG, how are we looking? It's still sideways. It does give me the vibes of a stock that you come back at 4 p.m. and you see it curled up. You know, for it to look really weak here again, it needs to break below 11.15 and just trend down. I think the VWAP bounce for an IVF could be good, but the RUG, if we get the flush out here, could be a nice quick trade. SLRX. Okay, SLRX all the way over 2. Bro, my God. I lost 3 cents with a 1 cent spread. Lovely. These stocks, man, just madness. Let me see. I'm looking at the ask price. I get filled at 04. The ask price says 02. These market orders are rough these days, brother. Sold my dip too soon. But I was not comfortable with the entry. The risk to reward might have been there though. Still working on that. Would have been like a 6 cents risk to 10-cent reward, which wasn't ideal, but we did make a new high here. 32 to halt up. My gosh. And then the dip is all the way at 94. And I'm in a high on the bounce. And not making anything. Well, okay, maybe this is a good place to shut it down. From 29 to 94 dip. Great. 210 I thought I tried. It's way too high. Alright, time to shut it down. We're red on yet another stock. That's not the main stock. Front side good, back side in the depths. And I was in this dip here at 94. Didn't hold it. Bro, 29 to 85. I mean, well, why are we dipping so much? When this happens, I'm going to always lose money because there's just no way I could anticipate the dip going down more than 100% retracement of the last move. $2 resistance. Can we get a high flag and move up? Or just at least a flag. Yep, that's going to do it. So we're going to end the day at 24. Red about 1,300 on all the other stocks here. Not good. Is that right? 5, 5, 10, 11. Yeah, about 1,300. All right, shutting it down. Tomorrow's another day. The RUG might have some bigger flushes coming. I'm gonna walk away, take the green, shift the focus on the day into another direction. We got the big mighty in the building. I'm not gonna spoil it here for you guys. This recap will be out as I'm checking out his stream here in the chat room. The big mighty getting it done. Tim, hopefully Tim Triad as well also were able to capitalize. I know for sure some of the students here did well. But the move and the resumption going up, man. The resumption's up. I think if we had the dip, for me personally, is where I could have seen myself having a really, really big day. Other than that, the only thing I could have done differently was to watch the RUG through and through after the halt down. But I switched over to PHUN, NIVF, and kind of didn't really do well on those. But part of the deal, I was green on both of them, 550 and 300 a piece, and went red about 300 and red 550. So I gave back everything on those stocks, so not good there. All right. Stay safe, stay green. And if you're going all the way till 4 p.m., continue to be disciplined. Take care, guys. The pastor is out, likes out. Hit that thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. There'll be a recap today. That's going to do it. Gotta go stretch my legs and eat some fruits, and then on to the back end stuff. There's like endless back end stuff. Right now, I'm recording some content for something very specific, and hopefully I can get it done by the end of today. After that, tomorrow there's some things that I have to do outside of trading, and then Thursday, Friday, hopefully I can, not hopefully, we will. What's today? Wednesday? No, Tuesday. Yeah, so by Thursday we should be able to record some more content. We'll probably do another interview for the weekend. And there's another video that I want to put out. But yeah, other than that, everything's looking good. There's gonna be some more security measures in the Discord. There's gonna be some more security measures coming, so you guys can stay tuned. Help, just to help out with us staying safe here in the community. Make it a little bit more difficult for the people who want to create fake accounts, stuff like that. Because I did reopen that one section in the chat room is why you guys are seeing them again. If I lock off the chat room completely, they'll have to pay to join, and they're just not going to do that. But we opened up a free section of the chat, which honestly I need to do more announcing. I need to announce that more on social media. But yeah, guys, take care, stay safe, stay green. That's gonna do it. I'll catch you in the next one. Well, RT, why you always sound sad when he makes money? Bro, just this is why, honestly, this is why they say when you're red, right? If you're red, the feeling is not equal to the feeling that you have when you're green. And it can be the same amount, right? Green 3K versus red 3K. It's like if you're red 3K, it's like it feels so frustrating, disappointing. But on a day like today, it's like I think I did all right. But based off of the circumstances, I just would have really appreciated if we had those entries, right? So it's not that I'm not happy, but I mean the stock did go from like 3 to 17. I feel good. I feel satisfied in terms of just like how things played out. But there's that side of me like, man, like if we could have had just a little bit more entries. I never even sized up too. That's another thing. Like I was really in a good rhythm with this stock. Honestly, very similar to what's been happening, right? But today we were able to execute a little bit better than the last whatever how many days. I mean, that's a good thing, of course. But right here is where I jumped in with my big boy size. And honestly, it should be like 8K. The risk is immense if I get caught in the full flush. But when it does work, we're gonna be up so much so quickly. It's gonna be it's gonna be something else. But on the move here, the dip just wasn't big enough for me to jump in with the size I would have wanted to. In terms of feeling comfortable. If this pulled back like another 15-20 cents right here, like another 15 cents. I'm long 6K, and it ripped up over 5 to 544, halted up. Those are the trades that, like, if the circumstance is nothing that I could really control, right? And again, it's why I do feel good about how the day went. But I do know that on the days where let's use the word ideal, when it's ideal, that's what happens, and I am in there with big size, and then it does go into this halt up like it did. There's no there's no frustration, there's nothing like that. We understand not every day is the exact same, not every stock is going to move the exact same, so you got to take what you can get and try to execute as best as possible. I there's certain things that I'm considering doing on my side. What the best way I can explain how I feel when I trade. There's different emotions at times, but a lot of the times, especially recently, there's this like mellow, like nonchalant feeling. Like part of me knows that I can't get upset, so I don't. I'll complain a little bit, but I'm not really mad. And that's not really the best thing for me at times. Like, being able to channel some of that emotion into assertiveness and like a drive to just dominate the stock. Sometimes I'm here and just super mellow, and I think that leads to me missing too many trades because that's been like the story for the last couple of weeks. It's like, I'm seeing almost every single entry, and for one reason or another, I'm hesitating a little bit. And a lot of times leading to like higher fills, things like that. But there's work to be done. We're grateful for the green, and we'll be back tomorrow. I said a whole bunch of stuff there. Hopefully some of that made sense. Yeah, risky trade. But you know what makes it feel okay is how familiar it feels, right? Like that particular trade. That honestly, that trade is my favorite trade. It's honestly not working as well as of recent. Like the high of day move, the first pullback off of that move to retest the highs. A lot of times, it's just been failing. So I've been very careful. It worked the last couple of days actually, right? But before that, it was failing miserably for like a month straight. It's a risky trade. Um, it's definitely a risky trade, but that feeling of familiarity, and there's different levels of aggression, man. There's different level. Speaking as a trader here, seeing myself in prior markets, prior stocks. You know, whether last year or the beginning of this year, other times throughout the year, I'd be trading these resumptions with like 3,500 shares. And I'd say to myself, well, what I have now is nothing more than a scratch trade and cushion, right? I mean, there's different mindsets behind it, behind like, aggression. But you have to know and you have to be willing mentally to like have those swings, right? And that's where that assertiveness and that aggression, sometimes I'll be on here talking kind of crazy, but I know the risk when I do decide to go into that phase, right? And you have to understand that if you give back what you have, looking to go to the moon, then you have to be okay with that if it doesn't work. If you do take 5, 10, I mean, Crispy said he was in 12,000 shares at 6, right? If you're in 12,000 shares, you're up 7K on the day. Well, you have to know if it happens to teleport down on you, then you take that 10K loss, you smile and you just keep going. Because if it was the equal and opposite reaction, you would have been up 16,000 on the day after that trade, right? So, we just have to keep pushing ourselves. We have to understand that, the way how things transpire, the most we can do is make the most out of it. Make the most of it, let's say, make the most of it, trade to the best of our abilities. And at the end of the day, it's like you have no regrets. The only thing that really comes out of it is, hey, improvements, things that you could have done better as you study up, stuff like that. So, it's a great day. It's a great day. We'll be back again. I don't even know if I would say the market has been cold this year, honestly. I mean, we've had a few days, but I mean, even on the slower months that I didn't do well, it's like there's opportunities. So regardless of if I did well or not, like I have to be able to take that step back and say, you know what, this month was a hot month regardless. I mean, September was like I thought it was a pretty hot month. If you're doing what you need to do to the best of your abilities and you're improving, then you can do well. But if you're making too many mistakes, you know, it's not going to be as good of a month as it should have been. But tomorrow again, stay safe, stay green. Star is out of here. Maybe a little too much rambling here at the end. Hit that thumbs up, subscribe.